Let's stick with COVID-19, but this time talk about the Frontiers healthcare services, because Transport Minister K.I.A has disclosed to Parliament that the Frontiers healthcare services made $16.2 million from COVID-19 testing at the Kotoka International Airport between September and December 2020. Responding to questions on the floor, he explained the company's agreement with the Ghana Airport Company Limited gives it $10 of $150 charged for every test, whilst Frontiers keep the rest of the $140. He says the total revenue that accrued during the period was about $17.3 million.
Mr. Speaker, per the concession agreement, Ghana Airport Company was supposed to receive $10 as royalty per each test done, and Frontier Health Service was to keep the rest at their service charge. And the total cost for one test was $150. So the Frontier Health Service share was $140, while Ghana Airport Company received $10. Mr. Speaker, it is intrusive to inform this August House that between September and December 2020, the total amount realized from the COVID-19 testing at the Kotoka International Airport was $17,359,500. As per the concession agreement, as stated earlier, Frontier Health Services retained $60,202,200 for its services from September to December 2020. The Ghana Airport Company Limited, on the other hand, received $1,157,300 for the same period as royalties accruing for COVID-19 testing. Mr. Speaker, during the period under consideration, a total number of 117,187 persons came through the Kotoka International Airport. Out of this number, 115,730 passengers paid for the testing, while 1,157 passengers, consisting of children between the age bracket of 5 to 12 years, were exempted from paying for the testing.
NDC MP for South Dai, Roxanne Dafiama tells Joy News the arrangement is a rip-off.
His explanations have rather exposed further rot contained in the agreement, and I think that from next week this matter will be erupting. It's a transaction that reveals an obscene thinking into signing this. You don't enter into a transaction that gives about 85% of profit to an entity and you take 10%, when indeed there are other state entities that were capable of offering the service. So it means we are simply throwing money away.
They built the facility, they explained.
They didn't build
they built the testing sites at the airport, the cubicles that you walk in order to then go do the test. They built it from the explanation that's coming in. They again use personnel and reagents to do the testing. Isn't it fair that, as they're explaining, they pay up to a 10% royalty to government from the set?
Even the description of the component of fees that comes to government as royalty,
yes, the $10 out of everyone.
Yes, it's a misnomer. If you go and look for the meaning of royalties, it's a misnomer. But because somebody thinks that they must label it so to bamboozle all of us, they are simply giving the service to someone who is aligned with government to run. I insist, building of cubicles, which can be built by apprentices in metallurgy, people who do MTN and Momo transactions, they build those kiosks and cubicles easily by the roadside. People who sell phones at Circle build those cubicles at the roadside. We have offered space, very expensive space at the airport. That's why I asked that airport spaces are leased on per square meter basis. how many square meter size at the airport are they occupying, to determine the rent, and to actually determine whether or not what is coming to government is accurate.